North America was home to a rich tapestry of diverse indigenous cultures, each with its own unique way of life, customs, and traditions. These were not simply scattered tribes, but complex societies with their own languages, governments, and traditions. They had intricate social structures and deep spiritual beliefs that guided their daily lives. In the Southwest, the Pueblo people built impressive cities from adobe bricks, mastering desert farming. Their architectural skills and agricultural techniques were highly advanced. Along the Mississippi River, the mound-building cultures flourished, leaving behind enigmatic earthworks that still intrigue archaeologists today. These mounds served as ceremonial sites and were central to their communities. And in the eastern woodlands, tribes like the Iroquois Confederacy developed sophisticated systems of governance and diplomacy. Their confederation was a model of unity and cooperation. These were the people who truly knew this land, long before others arrived seeking new beginnings. Their deep connection to the land and their sustainable ways of living are lessons that resonate even today. The year 1492 marked a significant turning point in world history, forever altering the course of civilizations. Christopher Columbus, an ambitious Italian explorer funded by the Spanish monarchy, reached the shores of the Americas, believing he had found a new route to Asia. His voyages, though based on a mistaken belief, opened the floodgates for a wave of European exploration and eventual colonization of the New World. The Spanish, driven by the pursuit of gold, glory, and the spread of Christianity, established numerous settlements in South and Central America, often clashing violently with the native populations. The French, on the other hand, focused on the lucrative fur trade, explored the northern reaches of the continent, forging strategic alliances with various indigenous tribes. And the English, motivated by the quest for religious freedom and economic opportunity, established their first permanent settlement at Jamestown, Virginia, in 1607, laying the foundation for future colonies. The English colonies in North America grew steadily throughout the 17th century. The Pilgrims, seeking religious freedom, landed at Plymouth Rock in 1620. Other groups followed, fleeing persecution, seeking land, or hoping to build new lives. Life in the colonies was harsh, with settlers battling the elements, disease, and conflicts with Native Americans. Yet they persevered, establishing farms, towns, and a distinct identity separate from their European roots. The colonies developed their own systems of government, economies based on agriculture and trade, and a growing sense of independence. By the mid-18th century, tensions between Great Britain and its American colonies were reaching a boiling point. The colonies, feeling the weight of British control, began to yearn for greater autonomy and freedom. The British government, burdened by debt from wars, imposed a series of taxes on the colonies without their consent. These taxes, such as the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts, were seen as unjust and oppressive by the colonists. This ignited a firestorm of protest, embodied in events like the Boston Tea Party in 1773, where colonists dumped British tea into the harbor in defiance of unfair taxation. The act was a bold statement against British economic policies. The Declaration of Independence, signed on July 4, 1776, boldly proclaimed the colony's right to self-government. It was a revolutionary document that articulated the principles of liberty and justice. The American Revolutionary War followed, a bitter struggle that tested the resolve of the newly declared nation. Battles raged across the colonies, with both sides suffering heavy losses. Led by George Washington, the Continental Army ultimately prevailed, securing independence and setting the stage for the birth of a new nation. The victory at Yorktown in 1781 marked the end of British